In today's lesson, you will learn how to expand brackets involving algebraic terms, and you should be able to do this by the end of the lesson. Some previous knowledge that will be really useful for today's lesson is you should be confident in multiplying algebraic terms together. Okay, expanding brackets. So, when we're expanding brackets, the number at the front multiplies each number inside the bracket separately. So the number 3 here is going to multiply the A, then it's going to multiply the plus 2, okay? So just for the first few, I'll do that at the side. So I've got 3 times A first of all. Now we know we can just write that as 3A. So this equals 3A. And I've got 3 times, and it's a positive 2. 3 times 2 is 6, that's a positive 6. So 3A plus 6 is our final answer. We cannot join these terms together because one has an A in it and the other is just a number. So we just leave it as 3A plus 6. That's our final answer. For part B, I've got 2 bracket x plus 6. So the 2 at the front is going to multiply the x first of all. At the side, 2 times x is 2x. So this is 2x. And then I've got to do 2 times a positive 6. Which gives me a positive 12, so plus 12. And again, we cannot join these together. One has an x, one does not. So 2x plus 12 is our final answer. In example 2, we have a similar question, however now we have a negative number at the end. So the 5 at the front is going to multiply the b first of all. You can do the working at the side if you wish, you don't need to. 5 times b is 5b. I then have a positive 5 multiplied by a negative 5. Positive times a negative is a negative. 5 times 5 is 25. And that is our final answer for that one. 7 bracket y minus 4. 7 times y first of all. 7 times y is just 7y. Positive 7 times negative 4 is a negative. 7 times 4 is 28. In example 3, the only thing that's changed here is we now have a letter at the start, but our method is the exact same. We're going to multiply p by q. P times q, we can write that as pq. I'm then going to multiply p by a positive 8. Positive times a positive is a positive. P times 8 is 8p. We usually write the number before the letter, so 8p is all we can do with that one. R bracket s minus 7. R times s is rs. Positive times a negative is a negative. R times 7 is 7r. Lastly, now we have 3 different terms inside the bracket, but our method is still going to be the same. We're still going to take the 5 and multiply it separately by each term inside that bracket. So we'll start by doing 5 times x. 5 times x is 5x. Positive times a negative gives me a negative. 5 times 2y, well I'll start by doing 5 times 2 is 10 and the y is there as well, so that's 10y. Positive times a positive is a positive. 5 times 4 is 20. One of these terms has an x, one has a y, and one is just a number, so we can't join any of these together. Our last example, pretty similar to the last one. We're going to have to take the 4 and multiply each term separately inside this bracket. So we'll start by doing 4 times 3s. 4 times 3 is 12 and the s is there as well. We have a positive times a positive, so that's still a positive. 4 times t is 4t. And lastly, we've got a positive times a negative, which is a negative. 4 times 2 is 8. One of these terms has an s, one has a t, and one is just a number, so we cannot join them together, and that is our final answer.